one of the things we were talking about the other day was how sometimes you hear a song and you love the song, but you're really not sure about a significant portion of the lyrics. Like, what is they
Right, right.
actually saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So I thought, so you asked me, is there a song where you had real trouble, particular trouble understanding the lyrics? And I think the number one song that came to my mind was Benny and the Jets by Elton John. And to
Right, yeah.
this day, I haven't really looked up what it actually means. So let me just before you maybe well I'm gonna start singing it and I'm gonna start singing the parts of it and just as the words sound to me and then you'll hear how I'll sing it and then we'll look at the actual lyrics and see how close
Yeah.
I came to it. But it starts like this. He goes. Uh, dun 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 dun. When I no wait, it's no, I'm getting that's honky tonk. Get back honky. See, I got that mixed up with
Honky Cat.
dun 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 dun. That's been it. Dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun.
dun, dun,
Hey
dun, dun.
kid, clubbing with the famous name in Atlantis. A daddy and the midgets. Wish our papa were to stake ourselves along. When they're standing in the fight in the streets to find who's right and who's wrong. Say, Tammy and Raleigh, have you seen him yet? Oh, but they're so spaced out. I mean, I
Benny
think
and
I
the
got some of
Jets.
that right, and I'm sure I got a lot of it wrong. So some of the stuff I was saying didn't make any sense, so I know it's probably wrong. But
Yeah.
do you have the
Well,
screen?
Elton John, he's just legendary for like singing in such a way so you can't tell what the lyrics are. He's kind of the master of that. So just don't feel bad that you don't understand. I don't think anyone understands what Elton John's ever singing.
Well, somebody does.
Like
Must
leave on and
it's
songs like
time to leave on.
this
It's
is the
time to
sound as a
live
leave on as to say this whole
in tradition with the family plans.
well,
Family
it's
plans
not
is
like
like a
you
Prince
understand what
song.
he's saying, but yeah, he's got some lines in the songs like there's one I had to look up. Let's see, what was that one I was looking up? It was Rocket Man, like in the core. Do you remember the chorus of Rocket Man?
Rocket Man,
Rocket
burning out
Man.
the fuse out air alone, something like that.
Yeah,
I think
that
it's
line right there.
burning out the fuse out air alone.
I looked it up at one time and I still can't remember what the heck he's saying right there. Rocket Man, he was out his on the song. Like, we can look that one up too, maybe. I don't know.
Well,
So
I
you
don't.
want to go to the
Yeah, let's go.
screen share?
Let's do Benny and the Jets and
Okay,
see what
here's
we got
Benny and
here.
the Jets.
Don't see your screen yet, though. Oh, here we go. Now I see it. Yeah.
Boom.
Hey, okay, it says
Hey, kids, shake it loose together. The spotlights.
hitting something that's been known to change the weather. What does that mean? Okay, let's can we take some time with this? What does it
Sure.
mean
Oh,
to
yeah.
what does it mean to shake it loose together?
Shake it
Okay.
loose shake it loose. Like, oh, I gotta warn you, these lyric sites, the lyrics aren't always right on these lyric sites because some people will just go in there because they're most of these lyric sites, they're like wiki sites with the users go in there and add lyrics. They aren't like verified to be true or anything. It's mostly just people putting the lyrics that they think are being said on songs. Because I've found a lot of songs over the years that are just absolutely, there's some ridiculous, you'll come across some ridiculous lyrics that you know are wrong when you read some of these lyrics on these lyric sites. But I'm not saying necessarily this one is wrong, but like for like me personally, I always thought that first line was shaken loose together instead of shake it loose together. But I don't I don't guess either way, you know, these lyrics, particular lyrics here, they might actually come from an authoritative source. So I'm not necessarily saying that they're wrong, but
Yeah.
uh, shake it loose together.
I
I
guess
don't
they're
know. That just means have a good time, I guess,
all together, just shaking it loose, kind of getting up there and moving your body around, getting
Yeah, yeah.
the spotlight's hitting something that's been known to change the weather. So I guess because maybe the
I think
spot.
that could be. I think that could be wrong. You know,
Okay.
uh, I
Well,
mean, what does that even mean? The spotlight's hitting something that's been known to change the weather.
I guess
I
if
mean,
everybody's hot, then they're kind of making they're heating things up around themselves. Maybe that's what it means.
but look at this next line, man.
Kill
Will
the
kill.
fatted calf tonight, so stick around. Is he really saying that?
I have no idea. That's a good question, though. You're gonna hear electric music, solid walls of sound. I know
I
that
got
one's
that right.
right.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
got that one right.
Say, Candy and Ron, have you seen them? I thought it was Raleigh, not Ronnie. But maybe it is Ronnie.
Like I said, man, there's you can flip a coin on whether or not these lyric sites are right half the time,
He says,
It's
"Oh, but they're weird and they're wonderful." That sounds right. Oh, Ben, she's a really keen. I thought she was like a renegade. I thought it was, "Oh, Ben, she's a renegade."
that's right. Actually, I think the lyrics to this were printed inside the
Album.
Goodbye Yellow Brick Road album. I remember now the lyrics to all the songs they've got them printed inside that album. So these are probably right. Like if the lyrics were printed on the album somewhere, usually they're going to be right on the lyric sites. But there's some songs where the artists didn't put the lyrics, in the album, and the people are just guessing as far as what the artist is saying. There's I've read a few like lyrics for a few Nirvana songs that just seem like they've got some questionable interpretations, but I won't get off into that. Let's stay focused
Yeah,
on Benny and the Jets here.
these are all good
So
points, though. Yeah.
say Candy and Ronnie, have you seen them yet? Oh, but they're so spaced out. Benny and the Jets. Oh, but they're weird and wonderful. Oh, Benny, she's really keen.
Yeah, I
She's
thought,
got electric suit, electric boots, a mohair suit.
yeah.
I read it in a magazine.
I think he says,
I'm not
I
gonna try to
read
hit
it in
that
a
high.
magazine.
Oh, there
Oh,
you go. Yeah, there you go. Hitting that high note.
read it in a magazine. He says magazine, kind of like that, doesn't he? He
Yeah,
doesn't say he doesn't say,
exactly.
he kind of gets that extra. I think it's kind of cool the way that, the Elton John could kind of reinterpret a word there just to make it really fit with what he.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, he's great at that.
Hey, kids, plug into the faceless. Maybe they're blinded, but Benny makes them ageless. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I didn't understand that at all. We shall survive. Let us take ourselves along. Where we fight our parents. Is that we fight our parents out in the streets? You fight your parents out in the streets? Define who's right and who's wrong.
That might be right.
I never thought about it
Oh,
that way.
pe- people in the comments, let us know. Do you think these are the real lyrics to Benny and the Jets? Yes or no? Help us out here because we're not so sure.
Yeah, I imagine somebody's going to write down in there, yes, they are because they're inside of an album sleeve or, whatever. It's printed out somewhere. Another thing is that they said Bernie Taupin, it was Elton John's official like lyric writer. So it's like they were like a team. Elton John
Yeah.
wrote the melodies and the vocal, I guess, and then Bernie Taupin gave him the lyrics, and he would just kind of come up with I guess, the vocal melody to go with the lyrics that Bernie Taupin gave him. So I guess if you have a lyricist, you kind of gonna know what the actual lyrics are.
Yeah, I gotta question this lyric here because this is just so, it just seems so random and meaningless. Like,
Yeah.
hey kids, plug into the faithless. What the heck does that mean? And maybe they're blinded. Who's blinded? The kids? Are the kids blinded?
Benny makes them ageless.
Maybe makes them ageless. I don't.
Who's Benny?
Benny
Is
is.
this kind of like what is it? David Bowie, he was Ziggy Stardust, and is Elton kind of being Benny here, like a fictional character, like kind of creating a persona that he's gonna be, like he's gonna be Benny, because
Yeah.
like David Bowie became Ziggy Stardust, right? And he was
Right. Right.
himself, and I don't know if that, because this was kind of
Yeah,
the
Bennie and the Jets was just this mythical band that they're singing about in this song, and she's got uh,
electric boots, a mohair suit.
electric boots and a mohair suit, and then he read about it. You
In a
know, I read about it in a magazine.
A
No,
magazine.
don't tell me you don't know. I read it in a magazine because you know I read it in a magazine.
That's right.
So
Make it clear.
yeah, I want to make that clear. And
But
see, I was just making fun of this lyric. You know, I read it in a magazine. So,
oh,
ha, my little joke.
but
Okay, we got one more. We got the pre-chorus here.
okay.
Oh, we've already been through this already.
I think that's the end.
Can't run the I've seen yet. Oh, with the slow spaced out. Bennie and the Jets. Oh, with the wind the one full. Oh man, she's really keen.
Does he have a key shift there, or do they kind
He's
of
got
just,
like the boost, my suit.
I don't know if they have a key change there, or if they just kind of push it, he does it an entire octave higher in the vocal register to sing it, kind of push it up a bit higher.
I don't think there's a key change. I don't think there is.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple song. When this
I
came
love
out,
it. I've got to rank that as one of my favorite Elton John songs, to be honest. I mean, it's
what do you,
just one of the greatest.
yeah, it's a great song. It came out I believe in 1973. At the time I was 5 years old, and I remember hearing it on the radio, and I was just like, play it again, Mom. Play it again, Dad. This is my favorite song. I love this song. And I just singing along with the radio as a little kid. I had no idea what it was about, but I just thought it sounded great. The piano was sounding so huge.
Yeah.
Uh, but now looking back on it, knowing what I know about David Bowie, about the Ziggy Stardust thing, the Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, that was kind of a fictional musical persona. I think that was part of that whole shtick, wasn't it? To create a alter image.
Yeah, yeah. And he had another album called Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. That was kind of another persona.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe he was kind of copying David Bowie a little. Well, not copying David Bowie, but just maybe kind of taking inspiration from him.
Yeah, I agree. Well, can we end the screen share and kind of?
Okay. We're not going to analyze the outro here.
Oh, sure. Let's go ahead. Let's look at the outro before we end.
Benny.
This is the part where he goes, Benny, kind of at the end.
Benny and the Jets.
Jets.
Jets. Jets.
And there's this applause in the background where they're like going, yeah. It's
there is like
the applause comes in and out, but it's kind of like the audience noise sometimes falls to complete silence, and then suddenly it rushes up with all this applause, and then it falls down to complete silence.
It sounds like, aren't they clapping along for the whole time? Or is that's probably just an effect they added, but it sounds to me like a crowd of people clapping along with the song.
That's the weird thing about this song is that it sounds like, okay, when you first hear it, you're like, okay, this is a concert, but then there are moments when the crowd becomes too silent where it seems almost too perfect. And then they come back and then they suddenly disappear and I'm kind of like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's not really live, is it? Or is it semi-live?
it definitely wasn't live. You know, they might have added some crowd noise from somewhere, but it was yeah, it was a
It's like
studio creation for sure.
it's a semi-live recording. It's a pseudo live recording. I mean, how do you classify it? I guess you don't.
Studios,
It's studio,
studio creation.
a studio creation. All
That's,
right. Well,
that's how I would classify it.
great. Yeah, I'm glad we got to go over that song. Like I said, we're a big childhood favorite of
That
mine.
was fun. We should do more lyric videos in the future for sure.
Okay, great. And those people watching, what do you think of Benny and the Jets? Where do you think we got it wrong? If you're like, nah, you totally messed that up, or if you think that the lyrics are wrong, where do you think they need to be corrected? Go ahead, put your stuff in the comments below. Set us right. Love to see it. Okay, talk to you later.
See ya.